Thank you for being here. I've seen some school districts represented as well as our colleges. And my colleague, Dr. Shirley Reed from South Texas College, I'd like to welcome her to our campus as well. Welcome to Judge Cascos and Comptroller Holmes. Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to see you again. Comptroller Combs was here a few months back to share some more data with us in regards to the success of some of the programs that her agency is sponsoring. You know, TSTC Harlingen received $36,000 in scholarships, and these scholarships went to students ranging from engineering fields to allied health, and these are fields that can't be offshored. The technician that took my X-ray from my broken collarbone had to be in the room with me. I wasn't in any shape to be listening to someone on a television telling me where to stand. Someone had to position me and make sure I was standing correctly. The allied health programs, again, are very difficult to offshore from a technician standpoint. With the heat wave that we have, we look to our air conditioning technicians to keep us cool. We're sitting in a cool room today. That can't be offshored. And the acronym JET, really, you can visualize rapid response. Even though it doesn't stand for any sort of propulsion, it really is, because these are 1 to 2 year certificate and associate degree programs. So we get the students, the graduates, to work quickly, earning good incomes and producing a service to the community. System-wide, TSTC has received over $340,000 in funding, and over $170,000 of that's gone to scholarships. We have many success stories that we can share with you. And to do that, I'm going to pass that on to Comptroller Combs, and to get there, we're going to go through Judge Cascos. So Judge Cascos is our county judge. He's a man who needs no introduction in these parts of the state. I'll turn the podium over to him. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Doctor. He doesn't want to tell you the real way he broke his collarbone. We were horseback riding, and you know those little horses at the mall that go around and round and round? I told him, keep your feet in the stirrups. Well, he didn't listen, and the centrifugal force, I learned that word the other day, the centrifugal force kind of knocked him off. So Godspeed, and hope you get better soon. You know, before I go into that, you know, first of all, I want to welcome everybody for being here. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day, you know, to be here. And I will not forget to introduce some folks that I think are critical, that are part of the coalitions and part of the partnerships that we build. You know, everything is employment and education related. You know, our lives revolve around it. And, you know, the education is not only the key to success, but it's a key to people's futures. You know, I've had the opportunity to speak at TSTC graduation ceremonies and to see the enthusiasm of the graduates after they've spent a couple of years here, several years here. And you're right, a lot of the things that we take for granted cannot and would not get done without the educational opportunities that TSTC provides. But part of that development is our workforce. And I want to introduce Ms. Galen Lang, who is almost a permanent resident of Cameron County, who is well, I'm not going to call her interim director anymore. She's the director of Workforce Solutions in Cameron County, and she's done a great job. And Galen, thank you for almost making Cameron County your home. Also, I do want to introduce Ruthie Avers, who's been a dear friend involved with the Chamber. And thank you to the Chamber. The Harlingen Chamber is probably one of the most active chambers that I've ever been involved with, albeit I'm not a member, but I'm so supportive of that chamber because they do so much, Kathy, and I want to thank you all for all that you all do for being here. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce Susan Combs. I've known Susan since she got elected, and you know what? She's got to be the luckiest person in here that's running for public office because she pretty much skated clean. She's got a couple of nominal opponents from the Green Party, you know, and probably something else. But I tell you what, she didn't get an opponent because she's doing a good job. And she's doing a good job, and that was recognized on a bipartisan level, which is really what should be all about. You know, partisanship is something that's very destructive, it's very divisive, and has no business in public service. So, Susan, I want to thank you for all that you do for the state of Texas. Bringing a strong fiscal conservative philosophy to the Comptroller's office, which she serves as the state treasurer, check writer, tax collector, Susan Combs insists that taxpayer money be spent wisely and that both citizens and their elected officials have a true accounting of the state's finances. Since being elected Texas Comptroller in 2006, she has driven sweeping reforms in state purchasing and contracting, saving her agency more than $10 million, and after the legislature gave the Comptroller responsibility for statewide buying, saving Texas taxpayers, which is all of us here, an additional $51 million. Efficiencies coming as strategic sourcing initiatives continue to transform how Texas conducts its business. And as you all hear, Texas, compared to many of our other good states, is in fantastic condition when you compare. We've got our budget crunches like everybody else does, and Texas is no exception. But Texas is leading the way in job growth, job opportunities, and people moving into Texas. Through a comprehensive reports on issues such as energy, water, and public education, her office provides insight into long-term solutions that can ensure continued economic vitality and sustainability for the state of Texas. She is deeply concerned about the impact of federal mandates and policy proposals on the state's future and has provided in-depth analysis of potential costs and their impact. While serving 4 years in the legislature, Susan introduced and passed government accountability reform and protected Texas landowners by authoring the state's landmark private property rights legislation. A fourth-generation Texas rancher, Susan was the first woman elected as Texas Agriculture Commissioner. As a knowledgeable and passionate voice for the state's farmers, ranchers, she boosted rural economic development efforts and aggressively promoted made-in-Texas products throughout the nation and the world. I want you to please help me welcome Comptroller Susan Combs, one of the few people that I can see eye to eye with when she stands up. Thank you so much.